how the hell is this happening? Emu might be top one. Might be. It's possible. Is the ability more powerful when it's taking over the five elders body like Saturn? Because Saturn on paper is stronger than Gunko, because Gunko's not even a five elder, but obviously Saturn is. So Saturn would have more immortality factor, an actual like unique power that's like Emu. So maybe it's more powerful because it's Saturn. I don't know if it matters. I mean, I'm trying to figure it out right now. I don't have that many answers right now. How is it that Rox is being turned? I'm saying I said before, this power looks like one of the most busted powers I've ever seen in not just One Piece, but the entirety of Shonen. It's up there for sure as one of the most powerful abilities in all of Shonen. The only other power that's more broken than this isn't even from One Piece canon. It's from it's Uta, but that's it. Uta is the only character that's more powerful than this. And this power, I mean, it clearly explains why or how the Ancient Kingdoms lost. If Emu was doing this, Domi Reversi, to people of the Ancient Kingdoms long ago, then they were cooked. Because then you would just literally play the Riverside board game and you would flip all of the enemies of the Ancient Kingdoms to Emu's favor. That's what you would do. That's what you would do. But how is it happening to Rox, though? We're seeing it happen. Actually, you know what? Now, here's a question too. I wonder how the hell did Emu even know that his wife and kid were running away in the forest when they're like dozens of miles away? How do you even know that? Observation, maybe, but it feels like there's more to it that I'm missing. I'm not sure what it is though. We saw Emu do Domi Reversi and the Giants, and the Giants started flipping after Dorian Brogy became like the two kings of black on the board. And then all of the Giants were following suit. Now we're seeing the Davy clan get transformed too. And the Davy clan, they got transformed initially, and then Darling had them as like bodyguards. But then they kind of got beat by Rox. And now we're seeing Rox transform too. Emu over Joy Boy? Nah. I refuse to believe that until proven otherwise. I got a few ideas. Hear me out, okay? Number one, all right, because I want your feedback on this chat. Number one, because Emu has its tentacles or its essence through Rox's body, it's able to directly convert Rox because it's literally touching and it's going through Rox. So like Emu could be because he says that it doesn't hurt at all. Maybe because it's not really like a physical pain. It's more like a spiritual soul hockey type of pain, because soul does matter in One Piece for sure. It's very mystical. So maybe that's the reason why it's going on here, where Emu's like attacking Rox's soul directly. Per the genders, Domi Reversi only works people in their homeland. Okay, hold up. We could be cooking here. If you have Dorian Brogy on Egghead Island, they couldn't transform into their demon forms because Egghead's not their home island. I mean, that was an important take. When Emu transformed Dorian Brogy, Emu wanted them to be the rulers of Elbaf. That was an important idea. Why? Okay, so does it only affect the rulers or the nobility of a certain country, specifically them? So if you're a ruler or a figure of great importance of a certain country, then Emu can change your constitution and it can reverse you. It can reversi you. But bro, he transformed a bunch of giant fodder as well. The giant fodder got transformed by the king linchpins that were designated, Brogy and Dory. Brogy and Dory transform the other guys when they're in between each other, because that's how the game works. Emu took out Brogy first and flipped Brogy. Then Emu flipped Dory off screen. The giants in between Dory and Brogy got flipped because Dory and Brogy are like the strongest, or they're seen as top lead figures, right, in Elbaf, and they are the rulers of, or the captains of the giant pirate crew. But Emu also said, I'm gonna make you guys have to rule Elbaf. So then I'm wondering now, hold on, is this how Harald got killed? Did Harald get Domi Reversi because Harald, as the leader, the ruler of Elbaf? Okay, I think Yeah, my theory is that Luffy, with his powers, can turn them into white pieces. So he can actually restore their constitutions back to where they were before. I don't know how, that's my theory. Where Joy Boy, I don't know if you need 2 Joy Boys to do it. So like, would you need Luffy and Bonnie to do it? So in the same way I have Dory and Brogy, between those 2 guys, they, you know, turn evil. But then would you need Bonnie and Luffy on the other side to kind of like reset that? I don't know that, because that gives Bonnie a lot of like, you know, that gives her a lot of pull that I'm not too comfortable in the story, really not. To have Bonnie be on that plateau, to actually have a play in conjunction with Luffy to reverse Domi Reversi. Really, that's like kind of crazy to me. But the fact that Imu can do it to one person in of itself is still pretty powerful. That's still pretty gnarly. Even forget about the fodder dudes. Imu can change anyone that is tied to their home country on their homeland potentially at will into their puppet. Luffy, I think, can reverse this in some way with his powers. But what's crazy to me is that, you know, Haki can transcend all things, according to Kaido. And yet, here we are seeing this happen. Rox has some of the highest Haki in the verse. In theory. In theory. He has some of the highest Haki in the story. But even still, he's bound by the powers of Imu. So Haki alone, Imu's Haki is stronger. That's possible, but I'm not too sure. Imu on certain playing fields is actually godlike, in earnest. One below all type shit here. Imu just took Rox and literally Rox D. Zebek, man. Someone who might be as strong as a prime Goldie Roger or a prime Whitebeard, if not stronger. Like, holy shit. That changes a lot. Lineage factor is interesting too, because it could be something that's, let's say, important, or it could be ingrained to the Davy Clan itself, where, because we're only seeing Davy Clan members be warped this way, but there are Davy Clan members that were born here, I'm assuming. So like, I'm assuming the place that you were born in, that location, Imu's able to exploit, or if you're a ruler of a country. So let's say you were born on another island, but then you became a ruler of, let's say in theory, okay? Let's say in a theory situation, Doflamingo, he wasn't born in Dressrosa. He was born on God Valley. He was born in the Holy Land. But let's say Imu pulled up to Doflamingo and wanted to change Doflamingo into a Domi Reversi demon. Even though Dove wasn't born in Dressrosa, because he ruled over Dressrosa, he'll be able to flip, because he was the ruler of Dressrosa. God of the Earth could be important here too, because if it's like a land-bound thing, where because you're associated with, let's say, a certain land, then I wonder if this will actually work against fishmen, because fishmen don't really have a land. They have the water. Their water is their home, essentially. I mean, I guess you could argue, okay, you have Fishman Island, fair enough, but if you have, let's say, fishermen that are born just at sea somewhere, under the water somewhere, you couldn't really actually do Domi Reversi against them. You couldn't really, no. All about Gunko, I don't know. Gunko's history is unclear to us right now. All we know is that she was clearly a member of the Holy Knights, and she has this sort of God Steel technique or ability that she's the only one of her kind that has it right now. She doesn't age in the same way as other immortals do of the Holy Knights. But also, Brooke knew her at some point when she was younger. And at least you're assuming that's the case here with Brooke. So what's that? We have no idea at this point in time. So Gunko's a mystery, obviously. But yo, this is really interesting. This is actually really interesting because Imu is showing off a power that, again, the only other power that's more powerful than this in the entire season of One Piece is Uta's power, and that's just a movie. Uta's actually like omniscient. She's actually doing omniscient stuff, the same as like Yuha. It's like it's nuts. Actually, even more so with her. But in the case of Imu, it's like, hey, it doesn't matter, right? Like who you are, really. I'm gonna flip you. Excuse me? Yeah. I'm gonna flip you. Oh, you think you're a good person? Slide to the left. Now you're a bad person. Luffy, boom, slide to the right. There is a take I have where I theorize that maybe in the world of One Piece, you could attribute, like in the same way memories have mass, and then Kuma can like create mass memories. Could you could you remove freedom or infuse freedom into someone where maybe Imu is removing Rox's freedom, and that's how he's turning into a demon? And potentially the land-bound thing matters a lot too, because Imu did say to Dorian Brogy, you guys have become rulers of Elbaf and so on and so forth. So that matters too. But maybe it's the idea of, okay, Imu is the king of the world, and any other subsidiary kings or rulers must be bound to Imu. So they lack freedom. So Imu could, let's say, take away freedom, but then Luffy could like infuse freedom, right? In some way. So that's it. Yeah, the drums of liberation. So it kind of be like 1 to 1 to 1 to 1 to 1 to 1 to 1.
See you. Bye bye.